Hello and welcome to TreeWalker Talks, episode 68. I'm joining you from the plague lands of Northwest Ohio. And this is episode 68, The Plague. Yes, that's right. I'm coming to you from an area where there aren't any zombies, but there is plenty of sickness. Okay, let's jump to the homestead update. Well, it looks like there's more I got done than I did as I'm looking at the list I made, but I've been sick for over a week now. I was sick on the last one. This week I've kind of fought fever, so it's kind of been limited, but we'll get into that more in the main topic. This is actually February 10th, Saturday at 10:18 p.m. So I'm recording this early. I've still got one more day to try to get caught up on outdoor stuff and that, because it has been kind of nice. I did Friday night because I was sick and did not grace work with my presence. I did actually, once the sun went down, which didn't matter because they were still lively, got the chicks, which are no longer really chicks. They should be producing eggs anytime. That would be the buff Orpingtons. The 4 remaining ones moved out from the new duck pen where the ducklings were, and they're actually ducks now. They were awake, but it was nice because they're so tame. I just picked each one up, carried them in, and they chatted with me along the way, making their little noises, and put them in the new one, and it looks like they're doing good in there. I did put them in there before when they were just chicks, and one of them did get killed, so I took them out and separated them. But they're big enough now that shouldn't happen. Now, tomorrow, hopefully, which will be Sunday, I will be moving the 3 original female ducks in with the other ducks. If you remember, we had 5 ducks, 4 females and 1 male to start off with, and I did have some issues, if you remember, and one of the females and the male passed away. But I do have, it looks like 3 females and 1 male of the ducklings. We're going to put them all together, give that coop a little bit of time to dry out a bit because the ducks are kind of nasty, give her a good scrubbing, and then we can move the silkies into there. And then pretty much probably take apart the one the silkies are in now. I will use their coop, I do believe. I might have to make the hole bigger. I'll have to take a look and set that up, cut a hole in the fence, and have that set up as another little duck area that they can go into for nesting, that sort. Because it is off the ground and that, and would work pretty good for that. So far, so I did tap one tree with maple syrup, or to try to get the maple water, because the temps were weird. I didn't want to have it not be good, and then, shoot to make that tree not any good. So I only went with one tree. But so far, in less than a week, I did get 5 gallons from that. Normally, it would be like every other night or so it would be full, so it is running slow. We were in the 60s and only getting in the 50s at night. So we set records for our heat temperatures. That's not normal. Tonight we're going to be in the 30s, and then we're getting back in the normal range, I think, of like 20s at night, 40s in the morning or in the afternoon when it's at the high. And that's still actually warm for this time, really. I think we shared about a month ahead already. I'm trying to remember. I think so. The brain doesn't work perfectly. Okay, so I bring this up and I'll explain why, but I did switch out the lights in the laundry room. I know you're like, that doesn't really sound all that interesting, but we've had a fluorescent light in there for quite a while, and it's just not performing well because once you turn it off, it just hasn't been working. So I took it out. It was one of the 4-foot, and I had 4 bulbs in it. I took it out, and I'm going to mess with it and see what I can do with it. But I just put a regular light fixture in there. Made a huge difference. It's super bright in there. Only took about 10-15 minutes. But my plan for that fluorescent light is actually I'm going to work on it, get it going. Hear that? That's the freezer in the background. Hopefully next weekend we'll have the new ones. I only have one day off, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully I will get the fluorescent light working, which might be just playing with the couple bulbs or that, because I have a bunch of used bulbs. I got them for $1 from school auction, a bunch of them. But hopefully that works out, because then that can go in the new grow tent for seed starting out in the shed. So that way I don't have to get any new ones right off. I will be getting new ones, hopefully, because I'd like to get the aquaponics going in there and get that started too. So I can start some seeds in there and see how we can do. Because I'm not sure how they're going to transplant from aquaponics to dirt. Should be good, but you never know. Okay, and I do have some very rough plans drawn up for what I want to do with my aquaponics system out in the yard for one of them. One of our community members, Firestar, was kind of asking if I had a video on it. I really don't yet. I did send her to where the one I just got, and I haven't had a chance to put together. I'd like to do that and do a video on it so you can kind of see it and just the basics. I mean, it's just a basic one, single tier. I think it's 5 pipes long. It'll work good. I wanted to get that going, and I'm actually going to be doing some long ones. I've got all sorts of plans on how I want to do. I want to switch a lot of stuff to aquaponics this year and get that going, because if I happen to move somewhere, I need to know how to do this. So I've got a rough plan drawn up of how I want to do it. We'll see what kind of pipe I use, but I want to put like a sleeve on it so I can swip it around to clean it out or put it back up to actually grow. I'll take you along on that journey once I get moving on it. No huge hurry on that quite yet, because we are still in the early winter months, and I'd like to get a couple solar panels set up. I actually have my eye on a 1.2 kilowatt system that I could use to run all that stuff, because I want the whole backyard, if I can, to be... If I get this system, I might actually get 2 of them. They're not very pricey. $359 for the whole kit, except for batteries. And they're flexible. So I'd like to get 2 of those to run everything in the backyard, including next year's water heaters for the chickens and the ducks, so we can keep those going. All right. That's it for the homestead update. Let me pause this so I can cough, which is one of the issues. So the plague. Yes, it has descended upon me. It has descended upon, well, not my family members, except for the dogs. It has descended upon the dogs. So what is it? I don't know. It's not COVID. I did take a COVID test for it. Is it just a bad sinus infection? Possible. But it sure feels a lot like the first COVID. Just to put it in perspective. I've had a fever off and on all week. It's been gone for a couple days now, so hopefully that stays gone. I've had no energy. It's kind of like when I had COVID the first time, and you would just be done. Like, I will do something and then just have to go to the couch and rest. So, like I said, not quite as bad as what it was for COVID, but still, man, it's been knocking me out. And focus. It's been hard for me to focus on things. I keep looking down at the paperwork to keep me on track. I did get some things done this weekend, or this week. Quite a bit of working on stuff for a couple of my podcasts. So hopefully we'll have that coming up, and a Season 2 trailer coming up for Legends, Lore, and Lies podcast. I kind of ended the first season a little bit early, but it is what it was. I've got so far, I think, 10, maybe 12 episodes ready to be recorded, so I just have to be well enough to get them recorded and get them produced and then out there. But that's the focus. I'm jumping around. Sometimes it's clear, a lot of times it's not. The weird one's vivid dreams. I have been dreaming on the surface, which means you're not really getting deep sleep. I've remembered them. I can go right back to sleep after I've moved and go back to them, and they've been some real screwing with your mind kind of dreams. So I don't know what the point is of that. I'm off my medication. I told you I don't usually take it, and I was taking some sinus medication. I haven't been, because I do usually get some bad side effects from that kind of stuff. So been pretty crazy. So am I just here ranting about this, or no? I know it's going. People are getting sick quite a bit, especially as the weather changes, that sort. Let's bring it back to the homestead. So, how am I doing it? How am I keeping the animals fed, keeping them watered, keeping everybody happy? Before we do that, when I wanted to bring up the dogs. We had one dog. I don't know. It's because she eats everything. The new puppy. It was because she ate chicken poop or whatever. But she was having explosive, and I do mean explosive diarrhea. So they did take her to call the vet, and got stuff this morning. But she was already pretty much done with it once we got the stuff. They're still giving her, it's like probiotics and some special medicated food, that sort of stuff, to help. She's still going to finish those out. But yesterday, all day, she just pretty much slept on me. I pretty much slept off and on most of the day, too. So, and the other two, it could just be sinuses. The Hazel, the middle dog, the Cavapoo, she has not eaten today. She doesn't want to eat. She's resting a lot, but she was playing, and she's thrown up a couple times. Not today. And then you have Gracie, who has thrown up a couple times. That one I'm thinking sinuses, because she throws up when her sinuses are bad, like a green stuff, and that's what this was. So I'm thinking it's just sinuses. So hopefully it's just minute for everybody, and we get back to going. But what do you do? Well, for me, I get up in the morning, try to shake off what I have, because I did go to work 4 days out of the 5 this week, and now we're back on 6-day weeks again. So hopefully this is passing. But I would get up, I would make my coffee, do all the morning stuff, the real quick stuff, and then I would go out and get done what needed to be done. So whatever had to be done got done, like feeding the animals, watering the animals. It got done, and then by the time I came in, I would be cold. I was getting kind of hot and cold flashes too. But I would be cold, so I would lay under a cover on the couch and just rest a little bit. But that was the key to my success, was just get everything done early. So that's kind of been the game play here. Go uptown when I had to get a couple things, that sort. I am feeling better today. I'm not coughing nearly as much, but the energy loss is still there big time. So hopefully this goes away and we get back on track. But that's why you haven't seen much footage from me, new stuff. I didn't do any of the ungoverables this week, just because, for one, I didn't have time to look and see anything that outraged me or that piqued my interest about being ungovernable. I'm still playing a series on that. I've got it kind of drawn out. I will get it going. Still want to do the kids one. So much I want to do and so little energy and time to do it, but we'll get it going. Especially with everything coming up, we should have time to do this. I found ways to kind of get some things done when I'm at other places, so hopefully that'll work out. All right, I think that's going to call her for the night. I'm going to hit the couch, probably for another hour and a half or so, and then go to bed. Or if I get a burr up my butt, I might go on Lunatar Gaming and do a stream. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope the plague skips over your house, and I hope to see you on the next one. Remember, stay alive out there and keep on surviving.